It's been a day of confusion. We're here. We were supposed to start at 5 o'clock. Cablevision changed the time on us. One of our people didn't know it. So the first 15 minutes, oh well, what can I tell you? We've got some other stuff coming up anyway. But tonight, you guys know how excited I am about everybody that's here. I've been Facebooking it. I've been talking about it. Normally what I do is I do tell you guys where I'm going to be. Well, unfortunately, we lost 15 minutes, so we're not going to do that. The only thing I want to tell you to do is make sure, I believe it's the 13th of April, make sure you will be, oh, you'll be using his because we only got one. Okay, make sure that you will be at the John J. Foley at 9 a.m. I will be there. We're going to hopefully videotape it. And we have to call or tell Steve Alone not to close or sell John J. Foley. Okay? His number is 631-853-4000. Please make sure. I had a family member that was in this facility. They are wonderful. And already they lost one guy because they moved him, and that was so, so wrong. But anyway, this is we're gonna have these guys on again. Debbie came from all the way from New Jersey. Donna's local. Of course, we've got Annemarie, my co-host, and we've got Jason. Normally, we're better prepared. This was very, very confusing today, but so go it. It's live, okay? And you can call us at 631-996-6179. I am so excited. I am so thrilled to have these wonderful ladies. Debbie Twiss. Debbie is an author because she wrote the movie, right? right. Reader, TV actress.
Film, indie film especially.
Right, film. And then we also have Donna, and Donna is a casting director out here in the film. So these ladies are great. We did a movie. Everybody in here actually did the movie, Sebastian. So would you like to give the audience, this is like almost like the premiere of how it all came about, how it got involved, and some of the wild, crazy stuff that happened, if you can, at the
okay,
place.
Reader's Digest version, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, get ready for the story.
My daughter's 9 right now, so 8 years ago when we first moved into the brownstone in Brooklyn that my in-laws had owned, it was built in like the 1880s. Immediately some really strange things started to happen, and my daughter started to be accosted by a ghost. It was a child's ghost. And it would make her so terrified, and she'd be just shaking and say, "Don't let the bad boy get me, Mommy. Don't let the bad boy get me." And there was one crazy day when it tried to get her from underneath a table, and she freaked out. I gave her to my husband and my son too, and I said, "Get out of the house, go, walk away. I will deal with this." And I stood there in the middle of the room, and I said, "I don't know who you are or what you want, but if you want to talk to someone, talk to me. Talk to me. You know, the kids don't understand."
Right, of course.
And this flood of information just came over me, and that was ultimately what became the premise for the whole film, Sebastian. And but the deal was basically that I made with this entity that was in the house was that by revealing his story, he would stop being aggressive toward us. He didn't leave. He never left. And actually, when we sold that house in Brooklyn and moved to New Jersey, I do believe he came with us.
Really?
Yes, but he's now, I mean, I had a long talk with him before I left. I knew that we had a bonding moment, especially while I was writing the script. There would be times that I'd be writing, and I'd say, "You know what, this is stupid. It's exploitive, and I don't want to do this. It's like, it makes me feel icky." And then horrible things would start happening again. And I was like, "Okay, I get it. I'll do your story. We'll make it into a movie, whatever it takes." And you know, once I got to the point where it was about to be made, I realized, like, you know, I really had this connection to this spirit and this great love for him as well. And we asked him to come with us if he chose.
And he was there, as we know.
Oh, he was absolutely on set.
We know that.
Yeah, but it was an amazing experience because, I mean, you know, I studied acting at Stella Adler and Meisner, and the one thing that everybody wants to teach you as an actor is, like, you know, nobody gives a shit about, nobody cares about you.
It's okay.
About
It's
your
public
own
access.
stupid little life.
Right.
You have to elevate something to
Right.
the level
Oh,
of an art.
yes.
Right.
So, you know, when I took our story and made it into a script, I added elements that would make it more universal, make it fit something that would reach more people, because, you know, just to tell a story about some mom and her kids that are dealing with a ghost wasn't enough. And that's how the script has so many more characters and elements, and it's just, it was the best shoot I've ever had. Actually.
Oh, I thought it was awesome. I mean, just even the things, and we do have Sydney and we have Matthew here too, and we're going to bring them up in a little bit.
The real children who played my children.
That's right, the children who played her children, exactly. And how did, Donna, how did you intertwine in this? Because the people that you got were awesome. They were the best of the best.
Thank you, thank you. Tell how it happened.
Okay, I love this talk.
Okay, we had some great stars there.
We have mutual friends that deal with the Soho Film Festival in New York City.
Which is actually starting on Friday.
Yes, so it was a year ago.
Yes.
It was a year ago
Interesting.
that I went up to Donna and I said, I have this incredible script, and I really would love to have Eric Roberts play my husband in this. And so Little Bird
Good
told
choice.
me that you have a direct line to
Did you
Eric
see my
Roberts.
movie that was in the festival last year, right? The Shining Night. The
Yes.
Shining Night,
Yep.
which was also kind of like a ghost story. And,
Okay.
that's
And
how-
Eric does have a ghost that lives in his house.
Yeah, I saw on Celebrity
Yeah,
Ghost
he was
Story.
on Celebrity
Yeah.
Ghost Story, so
Yeah.
that was another interesting
So
factor.
Most of the people, there were only maybe 3 people on the entire shoot that didn't have a belief
right.
in
Oh, people did.
the
have
other.
belief.
Yes,
Oh my
they did.
goodness.
Everyone. It was almost like a prerequisite.
Requisite.
Like if
Right.
you are involved
Everyone's
in this film,
connected,
you
yes.
have to be a believer.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And the few people that weren't believers are the ones that ended up having a hard time.
Yes.
Oh,
you're
we
right about that.
we're
I
not
remember
going to
that.
talk about that.
No,
now.
it's
Yeah,
just
we
that
know.
they-
We have already
Did
saw
they
the.
come
Yeah,
around
yeah.
eventually?
No.
Oh,
No, they
Oh,
kind
they
of
just
stepped
definitely
away.
were like, no, this
No,
is
Nope,
they're
not
they're
believers.
just not that kind
Yeah.
of people.
Wow.
But it's okay.
And Tina, thank you for
But-
Tina. Tina is the one that actually
Yes.
contacted me. She was doing your on location to get different locations, and that's actually who
Well, that's
contacted
another
me
story.
to, you know,
Everything with this
to, you know.
film is so
Amazing.
universal and cosmic and meant to be. And you know, from the moment Debbie came to me a year ago, right?
Right,
And
right.
you asked me about that, right? And then what happened?
And
It
here we are.
Here
fell
we are.
together.
And she's my
Unbelievable.
wife now. No?
Now, this story, I'm telling you guys right now, to even hear it
Oh my
say-
God, it's
for me
amazing.
even hear myself say it out loud, it's unbelievable.
It's more than
Because
that.
the things
It's
that
amazing.
happened, yeah. So she told me, you know, let's make this movie with Eric. I, you know, got Eric the script. He loved it.
Right.
And I read the woman role, and I said, Deb, I know this amazing actress. I think she'd be great, Kathy Moriarty.
She's sweet.
Yeah,
Love her.
No, you were even funnier though, because she's like, "Have you ever seen Raging Bull?"
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
did,
Raging
okay.
Bull, of course.
Yes, right.
And she's like, "Well, what do you think, of Kathy Moriarty?" And I was like, "She'd never
I
say
love her.
yes
That's what
in
you
a
did
million
say.
years. She'd never
You
say
did
yes."
say that, yeah.
Hopefully,
like,
hopefully
get
down the road,
I said, "This is a
you'll
good
bring her
script.
here
I
too.
think
Yeah.
we
Oh,
can get
she's
her."
great.
And
She's great.
you know, we read it, and when I read the script, I envisioned, you know, Kathy with Eric, you know, putting together a team of actors. They all have to fit. You
Definitely.
know,
Right.
it was wonderful. You know, Deb's the lead lady. You know, and I
Right.
had to set her up with a great leading man, Eric. And you know, you just have to bring all the pieces of the puzzle together. Then Kathy came, you know, on board, and
Right.
then our priest is played by an amazing, brilliant
Yes,
actor, Jim
yes.
McCaffrey, who is just, you know, perfect for this. And,
Everything fit
you
together.
know, then Robert Vaughn came on board
Yes,
at the end
yes.
as our doctor in a cameo role, and it just completed the puzzle. You know, Tom
Yeah.
Pelfrey. I mean,
Yeah.
the list goes on and on. Brian Kelly. I can't even begin to start, you know, naming all the actors. We'll talk about actors later.
Okay,
but,
great.
Getting back to how everything happens for a reason. So here we are. Year later, you know, she wants to make this movie. Come right before the holidays, she's like, "We're going to do this. We're going to make this movie. You know, help me produce this and everything." I'm like, "All right." We were going to make it in Jersey, right? And then the one thing with Kathy was it would have been easy for her to stay on Long Island because of her children, because
Right.
of school time.
Right.
So I'm like, "Deb, let's do it on Long Island." She's like, "Wow, we can't find
Even the house picked you.
Well, this is what I'm getting at. So she's like, "Do you think we could find, you know, these
Oh my
locations on Long Island?
God.
I have great locations in Jersey," and I'm like, "I think we can." So I'm thinking, okay, crap. I stuck my foot in my mouth. How am I going to find it? You know,
And
without
there comes
doing that
Tina.
much, so I'm like, it happened to be, thank goodness, good old Facebook. All right, we'll give a shout out to Facebook. I saw, this was back in right after Christmas, right? December. It was in the new year, January.
Right.
And I saw a friend of mine and a colleague, Tina Fries,
Right.
who does, a lot in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But I saw her list of postings saying that she's now a real estate agent. So I
Been along.
congratulated her. I'm like, oh, congratulations on your new venture. And then
Tina's
I was
here. We're going to bring her in a little bit.
yes,
Say
Tina's
hi.
here. Okay. So then I'm
So
like,
is Tom.
okay, she's a real estate agent. Maybe she can help us find locations. Suffolk County was wonderful helping us, Nassau County, but it just wasn't cutting it. It really wasn't. We were looking for something really special. So I contacted Tina. I said, hey, Tina, do you know any empty houses on Long Island where we could take over for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and bring actors in? And she's like, no, I could do this, Donna. And I'm like, okay, it has to be a house from at least the 1700s. Right. That's the only requirement, that I can give you.
And haunted.
And not beyond 1920.
And not
Didn't
beyond
want
1920. Didn't tell her anything about the film other than it was a little ghost story, right? Did I even? No, I didn't even tell her it was a ghost story. She's off the camera. She'll come on.
Yes,
so I'm asking her questions. Just told her I needed a house like that, big, vacant. That's all I cared about was vacant because we were going to take over somebody's
Right.
house. So she started showing
And then she
us
gave
houses, right?
Yeah, she
Yes,
sent like 15,
yeah.
15
Yeah,
or
yes,
18
Debbie
houses.
and I were looking at them on
We
the
were like, look at
internet.
this one, look at that one,
Yeah.
look at the red one. Oh, what about that one? Oh, what about the one with the red
that was
stairs?
fun looking. And then I'm like,
Let's see the one
look
with the
at
red
this one in
stairs.
Bayport. And Deb's like, oh, I don't know, maybe it looks too nice. And I'm like, no, let's go. So we set up an
But
appointment.
there were 5 houses that day.
There were 5
We were
houses
supposed
that
to
day.
see
That's
5
right.
houses. And I didn't know which one was going to be the first. And, we had the whole day to do it. And we went and we met Tina at the first house. And as we pull into the gravel driveway,
Oh my God.
and
There
the
it
house
was.
reveals itself, I'm looking at Donna and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I think if it looks like this on the inside, if it has this feel on the inside, I can't even imagine. It was exactly, from the outside, it was exactly
It's
right.
exactly what she pictured. Without Tina
It gave me
knowing.
chills even on
Tina
that one.
did
Yeah.
not even read the script at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But then it gets better.
And Janet was there. Thank goodness. Tina says, I'm going to bring Janet with me too. And I'm like, great, that's fantastic, wonderful. And when we walked in the house, Deborah and I, first of all, I knew it the minute we walked in. We met the owner, Betsy King.
Sweet.
Warm.
Lovely lady.
Wonderful, lovely lady. The house is for sale. So, we don't know if we're going to be able to rent this out because it's for sale.
Right.
So Tina's like, just go in and look and I'll see what I can do, right? I'm like, all right, but does this lady know that 50 people are going to be in her life
She
for
was
2
sweet.
weeks? Which is wonderful because we found a dear friend. So as we start going through the house, Deb's face, I see tears practically coming down her eyes because everything that's written in the script is in that house.
That house picked you.
And
Oh, yes. Oh,
you
yes.
can't even, hearing me say it,
Unbelievable.
I can't believe it.
If it's
And
as
Janet
if
and Tina did not read the script.
No.
Maybe you think the little boy
As
led you
Janet
there?
said, the house found us.
The
Well,
house
same.
found them. And there was,
yes.
There's
but
other coincidences.
Yes,
the funny thing
yes.
is, the way the house was, it looked like I went and spent 6
That's
months in that
exactly it.
house and then wrote the
Yes,
script.
that's exactly
Amazing.
what it was like. People are not going to believe it when we tell the story. That's why we're
Yeah.
really excited to tell it. Then, wait, we're in the house with the owner, Betsy King, and she's telling us the history of the house. And she goes, do you know this is the post house many years ago?
Okay.
So we stop like this, Deb and I look at each other. We're like, no way. And she goes, yeah, why? What's wrong? I'm like, in the script, when Eric Roberts' car breaks down to find a house for his family.
Right.
Well, his car breaks down, he needs a phone
Right.
to
Oh,
call
okay.
for the car repairman. The car breaks down on Old Post Road.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I just got chills right now.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
really-
yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, it's just
We're
so-
sitting here fascinating, and none of us ever stopped talking, but we're just like,
Oh, we can do that. Then we find out, we invite our friend over, Drew Hendrickson.
Oh, Drew,
who we
yeah.
used his house in Islip also to shoot some of the scenes.
Right.
Okay.
And he comes to the house to visit when we were going for a tech scout after we knew we loved the house.
Right.
He comes and finds out that the owner, Tina's father who lives in the house, they start talking. He grew up in the house Drew grew up in.
Oh, I didn't know
Iceland.
that. Oh my God.
Okay, so that's another weird thing. Where
How
his
weird is
initials,
that?
his
Yeah, no
initials are carved
coincidences.
in Drew's mother's house.
Get out of
the
here.
man who's like what, 80 maybe?
Pieces are all there.
Oh, it's
wait,
amazing.
I mean, you
You
couldn't
can't
write
even-
this stuff.
It's
No.
crazy. Then Kathy Moriarty comes with her husband to look at the house.
Right,
She
the
falls in
kids,
love with
yeah,
it, except
yeah.
she won't go on the 4th floor of the spooky room.
That was a
Yeah.
well,
But,
we didn't
And
like that.
She warned us.
Yeah,
I
it
said
was
we
not
went
us.
up there.
Well, that's why we bought
Yeah.
her, because we wanted to make sure that it's okay that we filmed in that
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And she said, yes, it's going to be fine. And Kathy's husband walks in, and his connection to the house is he knows the post people.
I
So
mean, no,
it's just
everything
That's
just
crazy.
fell.
It's beyond crazy. When you hear it, it's like, are you
But
kidding me?
that third floor, when I went up there, that was weird. Okay.
Cameras wouldn't even
You
work
know,
on that
it was
floor.
weird. I mean, I went in there and I
Your
was like,
batteries drained
oh
and
my
jammed.
God.
Oh.
But
we had a moment.
yes, we did.
We had. Do you want to come talk about it?
Yeah, come on, Sydney.
I have
Come on.
picture, too. I bought
Come
it.
on.
Well, let's
And
see.
Donna has the picture.
Yes.
Come here. This is Sydney.
sit.
Sydney's the real kid.
Yes.
She's
This
the real
actually
kid.
Yeah, that's
that has
right,
the
yeah.
star of the
And
Yes,
she
movie.
plays
yes.
Ariel in the movie.
Yeah. So beautiful.
Tell about what your experience in the beautiful house. And
Yeah.
the house is beautiful and
It
it's
is.
great.
It is. It's a
Matt,
beautiful
come here.
place.
This
Yeah.
is Matt.
Come on, Matthew. Yeah, Matthew was in it
And
It
Matt
is.
too.
plays
Sale.
Morgan
Yeah.
in the
That's a
film.
big, beautiful house.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
Oh,
gorgeous.
it's
Can we show
gorgeous.
a picture
Okay.
of the house? I
Yeah.
don't know if they
Can you
see it.
can you zoom in on that, Gloria?
It's
Or
on- it's like really probably cloudy, but you never know.
can we zoom
But
in
you-
on this?
Wait. Oh yeah, that's the house. That's a picture of the house. If you can zoom in, if not,
Yeah, you can. Yeah, she's got it. He's
that's.
got it,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. It's a
That's the
great
house, yep,
room.
yep.
Look at that house.
Wow.
And then we'll show you other things. You tell
Well,
your
tell the
story.
Yeah,
story,
tell
guys, about what
tell them
happened.
what happened up there.
There's this little girl, Journey. She was the ghost in the movie,
Journey,
and
sweetie.
she went
yeah.
upstairs with.
Yeah, she ran upstairs. I don't know why. And I followed her because I needed her to come back down, and we both saw an old lady walk in front of
Yep.
us.
You got that picture? Remember with the picture
Wow.
when we go into
Oh,
that room?
was a different. But
Wait,
then
let Matt
Ooh,
tell the
yeah,
story.
go on, I'm sorry.
In front of us. So we ran down and we got her babysitter and my sister. Then a few minutes later we went back up, and my sister was like horrified. Like she would like not really go into any other
She's
rooms
scared, I
except
know.
the one that this end of the hallway. It was very like dark feeling. Like when you walked in, you felt like your stomach was like.
I didn't like that room either.
Yeah.
That's the room, right? Yeah, the
But
cold
it was a
room.
happy house because do you remember that day we went the first day scouting and I didn't feel good? I had a really bad stomach ache. Remember?
Okay,
And you
yeah.
were even saying
Yeah.
it's going to be okay. And then when I went into the one of the floors, my stomach ache miraculously went
Yeah.
away.
Disappeared.
I couldn't believe it. And you said it was a happy house. It was not a scary house. It was filled
Yeah,
with love.
Yeah,
But-
it was filled with love.
This one room, at this one
Right.
thing,
The
there's
corner.
actually a picture
We're going to
when
show
the
it to you right
babysitter
now.
took a picture of Sydney, and Sydney was wrapped in a blanket, and next to Sydney in the doorway
I'm gonna
is
show
this
you.
image of a little girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
From
Yeah.
like, I don't know if it's the 1920s or
Yeah.
30s or
Yeah.
something
Didn't
like
you
that.
do research on the little
Yeah,
girl?
she did.
We
Yeah.
found her when she was still alive. Her name was Sarah Ann Parker. He had a dream about
Oh yeah,
her.
I think that night I felt kind of like kind of like sick, so I laid down.
Here it
and
is. I don't know how good we're going to be able to see it,
Yeah.
but we'll try.
If you can zoom in on that,
She's like right.
you could
These are
actually
things you
see
hear
the
about
picture.
In the movies.
No, but
Right,
this
right,
was
right.
real.
It's a movie in a movie.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay, wait, you
Go
got
back,
it.
Donna.
All right.
wait.
Put up higher, honey.
There
Yeah.
she is in the
Yeah,
doorway.
you can
Yeah, you
see
can
her.
see it on the
You
on the
see
left.
Right here in
Yeah.
the door. There's
Yeah.
them. Hold it straight.
And you could actually over a little bit.
You could
Oh, we
see
found
the
her
little
online,
dress.
Sarah.
Yeah.
But
That-
the
oh, that
freaky
camera?
thing was she was wearing the same dress.
I
as
know.
Sarah.
We know that. We saw that. Yeah. Same.
He's telling me more.
And my sister's in the blanket because she got.
Yes, I see that. Yeah.
She literally fell to the ground.
Yeah.
But
Let
you
me
could
see that.
see it.
Got out of there.
I can't see.
But the scariest part is then
Over here,
we
see the
had to go
picture
to a
of the
different
little girl?
location that night, and
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Oh.
We always
that
felt
wild?
that somebody was there with us, and like
Watching.
things were happening on set. Like things were being moved. Remember, things were being
Very
moved constantly.
Creepy, though.
But we thought it was Sebastian
actually-
following us, right? Remember my
Yeah.
phone was gone that day.
Oh,
Tina
my.
remembers for
Oh,
3
my.
hours.
Oh, my.
And then my phone is in the kitchen drawer. Like,
Oh,
why
oh,
would my
give
phone
me
be
a
put in the kitchen
break.
drawer? And Corey, our production designer,
Right.
she was
Sweet.
missing props,
Right.
and then she would find him in crazy places.
So they
Well,
were
they'll do that.
playing. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were
I'm just
playing.
making
Yeah.
sure they could see you, honey.
I found my phone in the garbage.
Oh
did,
my
right?
That
God.
was the day that I only had the one picture of the
Sit
girl.
on. Sit next so
I
everybody
only
can
had
see,
the,
honey.
like, I only had the one
Come on,
picture on the I only had the picture
Well, you know, the funny thing was the day that, remember you had emailed me and said, please come?
Yes.
Well, because what happened that night, we went to another location, but, and my son and my husband went back to the hotel to like clean up some of the mess and everything we had. But my daughter and I were in the van that we had rented, and she was freaking out at the end of that night because when we got in the car, it's okay, we can talk about it, she's not going to come.
No,
the little girl
she's gone.
was in the back seat.
Yes.
Yes.
And she saw her as a shadow, and she was just going like this, right, Sid?
Yeah.
And then she was freaking out, and I could feel it was like static was all over my back.
Yeah.
And when I looked in the rearview mirror, it was weird. It's like I knew that I was not seeing reality. Like it was like there was a force field, and even when I turned to look back, there was something there, but I couldn't see it.
Well, you know,
and she could see it.
It's funny
Children could see it, right?
because kids, me and Sydney and my daughter-in-law Melda, we went up there. Remember you said, Janet, come up, let's go up. We went into the bedroom there, and that one picture you took, that old lady was on that wall. And remember I said that to you? She was watching us as we were going into that room. Now we went into that room, and it was bitter cold. Cold. And I introduced us. I said, hi, my name is Janet. We have Sydney here. We have Melda here. And Sarah, we know you're here. And I basically told Sarah that she lived there. She couldn't follow Sydney home because she wasn't supposed to be following Sydney home. I said, but Sydney will come and visit with her. And then I turned around and I said, better yet, better yet, Sarah, your mom and dad are waiting for you with love. Why don't you go and meet with them? The room got warm.
Yeah. That's nice.
So you haven't been bothered by Sarah again.
It did happen again.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
She came to visit you again then.
We were in the bedroom and
Oh yeah, that was
lights
bad.
Really?
It was the last day though.
it was the last day of the shoot, and me, Journey, and Matt were there, and we were all playing in the room. And Journey was really scared. There was someone in the closet.
Yeah, those closets were weird. Ooh, give me the creeps.
Journey kept freaking out, so we had to close the door because they were shooting. And we were on the 3rd floor. We weren't on the 4th floor. And we started watching. We just got on the bed, and the lights started flickering before, but we started screaming, and then someone came in. They just got us down. So we went back, and we just ignored it, and we got back in, and we sat on the bed. There were no covers or anything, and we just took these pillows and we put them all over us. We were freaked out. And then we started watching, and then right after the song ended of the show, there was this huge bang in the corner of the room, and then this light that was like in the middle of the floor, it hit the suitcase, and then the lights started flickering.
Oh my God.
And we started screaming. Me and Journey started crying, and Matt was just there though. He was just like hiding.
I got scared too because like it was like not really like because like Journey and Sid were mostly feeling it, and they left because they were like,
No, we didn't.
yeah,
We
remember?
didn't leave.
They curled around me, and then we heard another bang, and somebody came in, and they both ran out the door, and I felt something, and like the second, like, because the ghost it had finally been like acknowledged, and it was the
Well,
last
that
day.
was it. That it was
It
acknowledged.
was
Right.
Yeah.
finally acknowledged for one time, so it didn't want us to leave.
No, I don't think it did want.
I think
Wanted to
it
play
told
with
it,
her. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
just as like in my mind, I like kind of told it that I was sorry, and it was just like relief. Like I felt relief.
You
But
felt
wasn't that
something.
amazing though? I mean,
Something
just
different.
so much excitement. And guys, this is all real stuff. I mean,
no,
it's-
yeah.
there's no way to make it up.
promise.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
It does sound ridiculous, but
No,
we
it's
made a
it's-
ghost
yeah.
story.
And the
we
ghost
kinda
showed up.
lived it.
And we lived one.
Here's a picture of Sydney in character. I don't know if the camera can get her.
It really puts you into character.
see
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah. That was
we
some,
get her?
you know.
Oh, sorry, I keep doing this to the cameraman.
Yeah, to
But I
John.
want to show this
John,
is
thank
our
you.
little girl. This is Sydney in character.
Sydney, yeah.
You want to explain what's going on in that scene?
What do you? I
We'll
don't
give
know.
it away.
Well, no,
It's
you
a
could limit-
special nightmare that she's having.
Oh, okay.
About our ghosts in our
Yeah.
movie. But yeah, so many
Amazing,
coincidences on this
amazing.
film.
What did the little boy like? It sounds like he really had something he had to let people know before he went on.
I
This
think
little
that we
boy-
overtook his territory for so long. you know, there was like, what, 30, 40 of us at all times, you
Yeah.
know, in the house.
What is the history of the house? Do you know?
That,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Betsy
You might know.
told us. We found
There's a book made of it too.
and we were researching
It was
online.
historical.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
used to we searched online. I don't know if this is the right house. There was like a million things that came up, but one of the things that came up, it was from 18 something. So he was like 1852, and
She's so smart. I love it.
it was like an orphanage sort of place.
That's
Oh.
what I was
There's like a lot of stories.
Well,
Sort of
when we
show
were
us.
there, I did
Show
pick
us
up a
again.
lot of kids
You
in
said
that.
there were
Remember?
kids, 'cause
Yeah,
that's the
I
first
remember
thing
that.
you
Yeah.
asked the
Yeah.
homeowner
That's
on
why
the
I was
first
wondering,
day, was
'cause
there a
he's
kid in the house?
Yeah.
And
there
he said
for
no.
a reason.
Yeah.
Well, no, the real Sebastian has nothing to do with that
Right,
house.
that
No,
that
no.
Real
that's what I'm
Sebastian
saying,
is
the
in
real
Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
Right.
the real Sebastian, what was
His thing,
because he wouldn't leave you
I
alone.
can't tell you the story.
No, you
No.
got to
Oh,
gotta
is
see
it.
it.
Is it part of the movie?
Yeah,
It's
is,
yes,
yeah.
it's
Oh, okay,
amazing.
Don't
The
say
thing
it,
with
okay.
Sebastian
It's
was,
amazing.
what I love about this whole entire journey is, you know, Deborah protected her kids, got them out of the house, and said, "What can I do to help you? I'm
Right,
here
that was
to
Exactly.
help you."
That was
And
good.
as Deborah puts it, and I tell everybody, all of a sudden floods of idea came to her head, and the story was like just written in her head. It's like this entity told her, "Tell my story," and then boom, we have the
Exactly.
movie.
Yeah.
It was
So-
amazing. I mean, just the way
Yeah, 'cause-
everything fit. Wasn't even like it was prepared,
Everything.
knowing.
Yeah, I mean, it
Everything.
sounds like he told you his story. He found you the house. He
Oh,
wanted
amazing.
his story
Yes.
told.
Desperate.
Out of all the
Amazing.
houses that Tina got us, I mean,
Yeah.
she worked so
Come on in,
hard
Tina.
and
We want to introduce Tina.
tirelessly.
Come on
You know, did a
in.
great job, and I don't know why we wanted
Come
to go
on,
to that
Tina.
house first. I know I liked it because something yellow was in there. Remember, I kept saying, "Let's go see
It
that
was the
house."
red carpet.
The red carpet, like red room.
This
right?
is Tina.
This is
Ah,
Tina Fries.
Tina did
Uh,
all our
Tina's
locations.
actually worked with me
In Long
before,
Island,
you know.
yes, in
And
Long
Tom, come on in, Tom. Tom was
Oh,
part of it too.
Yes, Tom's our photographer
Yeah,
and
yeah,
our actor.
yeah. Tom was in it. We were in it. My great grandkids were in it.
Yes, they
you know,
were.
in the classroom. Yeah, that was fun. That was
Betsy
the thing.
King, the homeowner,
So yeah,
was in
Betsy
it.
was in it. So everybody was in it, and it
And
was
Tiana,
just.
oh my God, Tina and
Tia,
Tom's
right,
daughter.
that's right. Beautiful
got
girl.
in
Oh
it.
yeah, she was a school teacher at the school. So everybody was all connected in their own way, and it was just awesome. It was. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this movie.
So excited. It's
I
a-
can't
you know what,
wait.
It is a ghost story, but it's a family
Yes.
affair because you've got Deborah Twiss, her children are in
Right.
it, writer, actor, okay?
Exactly.
Tina, Tom, their daughter Tiana.
Right.
Eric and Eliza Roberts are in it. They're in
Right.
a scene together. Eliza Roberts is Eric's wife.
Right.
You've got Kathy Moriarty and
Right.
her kids are in
Right,
it.
right.
You've got you and your grandkids.
Great
Our
grandkids, yeah.
camera people
My
from
daughter-in-law,
Canada
yeah.
who are amazing. They
Husband and wife
husband
team.
and wife team.
Yes,
Their
yes,
daughter
yes.
is the
Daughter's in
ghost.
it.
Journey,
Their
yeah,
daughter-
yep,
daughter's
yep,
the ghost.
yep.
There's so much. Your
Wow.
daughter-in-law was there
Yeah,
and helped us.
yeah,
out.
Melda.
Mel-
Melda, come on in.
yes. So I mean,
Come on.
You know, when
Melda's
they
here,
say,
too.
You know, when you're making indie films, you
Yeah.
become a family.
Oh,
you all
sure.
This is
do.
my daughter-in-law,
But we
Melda.
really have a family film.
Right.
It was
I mean,
amazing.
You know, Kathy and Robert always wanted to work together, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of
Oh,
my
wow.
other film families are in it from my previous films. Everybody really stepped up to the plate because Deborah wrote a brilliant script, and everyone
Oh, it was fantastic.
wanted to be a part of this film. I'm still getting calls from actors. Donna put me in Sebastian. I'm like,
It's done.
So lovely.
I'm waiting for part two.
So-
I'm talking about Hollywood actors that are here.
Oh
tonight,
yeah,
right?
oh
Get
yeah,
me
it's
in this
awesome.
movie. I'm like,
So
funny.
when will the premiere be? Are you still
Oh,
working on it? Or
We're
we don't know
actually
yet.
going to be premiering it in Cannes.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, the film festival.
Yep, and it's going to be, I think the first screening is May 16th.
Awesome.
Have you guys
And-
entered it into the Hamptons Film
well, not
Festival?
yet because we just
no,
finished, but we're
you really
hoping
should.
to. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's a
We
Long
have the
Island. Yeah,
support
Long
of
Island movie.
Michelle Stark, unbelievable. You know, she tried to help us find locations. She helped us with our permits because we shot everything here in Suffolk County and of course
So it's
Brooklyn
got to be, yeah.
and
Manhattan.
New York City. And
It's gotta
but
be
the
New
people
York.
that helped us in New York, they live out here in Sayville too.
Oh, how
so
amazing.
The gym
Yeah.
owner, right? What's
Yeah.
his name?
Oh, Mark Sferrazza,
Yes, so
who owns
it-
Eastern
Yes,
Athletic.
so they were really
Yeah.
wonderful. So, you know, it's yeah.
So it's
nice.
really a New York movie, in reality.
very
yeah,
good
yeah.
movie.
So
It's
that's
about
so
a
important.
New
Couldn't
York
get any more
family
Yeah,
that
good.
is
yeah.
tired. It's about a New York family that's tired about the New York, you know, life. They live in their $1 million brownstone and they want to
Right.
move to Long Island. Tina also found us an amazing locations for. We needed a church, but
Right.
we couldn't get into a regular church. So
Right.
Tina, tell what you found us that is
Oh,
better than a church.
It was CTUG.org. And,
Yes, that's right.
They
We were-
were
yeah.
very, very gracious
Yes.
and
Beautiful,
opened up their
beautiful.
doors, and you really did a beautiful
beautiful job filming there.
It was
really
nice.
came out great.
It
It's
worked
so
out great.
beautiful. It's
Yeah.
everything
Awesome.
you wanted for Jim McCaffrey's role, right?
Yeah,
Where he
definitely.
Yeah.
lives.
Absolutely.
Everybody there was so great. I mean, everybody, like you say, everybody blended. It was just such a good feeling.
And we got snow, which was fine.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It's
Yes,
beautiful.
we shot during the blizzard. Deborah Twiss and Eric Roberts go, you know what, let's do it.
We can
Guerrilla
do this.
filmmaking.
Yeah.
So Deborah's darling husband, Dean McCann,